This is Toni Newman, and you're watching That's Hot.
That's hot.com.
It's not trash. They're making 6 digits or more, living high off the hog, in your hip hop and rap magazines, in your Ebony's and Jet, and you all applaud them for their comedic and their acting and their rapping and their singing. They're not trash, but they intermingle with me. So if they're not trash and I am, how is this possible? They see value in me for that night, that moment. So why do you consider me trash? Some of your top black and white celebrities love me.
I'm going to throw out the names of people in the entertainment industry. Tell me anything you know about them being on the down low. If any rumors, whatever. Will Smith.
I'm under the impression he's in an open relationship and bisexual as well.
I happen to think there's a gay mafia in hip hop.
Right.
Not rappers, you know, the editorial presidents of magazines,
sure.
the PDs at radio stations, the people who give you award at award shows. This is the fucking gay mafia, my man.
Do you think that you've worked with a gay rapper?
Yeah, man. And gay, not being just full out gay, but hiding it, trying to pretend like he, loves girls and live the rap lifestyle, but really, he's a man fan.
He's a man fan.
Yeah. There's a lot of man fans out there in hip hop.
I got you. I got you.
I see how you niggas be looking at niggas when I be around too. They be looking at niggas crazy.
I believe I probably have worked with a gay rapper. Let's understand what I'm saying. I believe that some of these guys are gay. That's just what it is. If they are, that's their business.
I believe Queen Latifah has stepped out the closet, to my knowledge. So I don't ever thought there was a doubt that she was not in the LGBT family. But for those that may be surprised, I understand she's in fact dating a very lovely girl, and they've been seen publicly out in venues together. So I don't really know is that a secret or not. I'm not really sure. I welcome her into the LGBT family. She's always been a member in my mind. I've always loved her.
Yeah, well, she always never confirmed whether or not one of those like.
But I think now, if I'm not mistaken, she's been seen out with a lovely lady who they've been holding hands and affectionate. To my knowledge, I think Queen Latifah's officially stepped out and declared, "Hey, I'm in the LGBT." To my knowledge, it's no secret to me.
Recently, Jason Collins, the ball player, openly admitted that he was homosexual. What does that do for the LGBT community?
Jason Collins is the first gay major sport guy to come out. To be black, I think is really cool, because I thought that would be a white guy who'd do that. You normally don't find blacks willing to step out in those arenas as being bisexual or gay, even though it's very rampant. You just don't hear it. So for him to be a black athlete from a basketball, football, or baseball arena, I think it's very cool. Evidently he's been battling with his sexuality as I battled with transgenderism. Should I do it? I was very happy as an African American gay male. As I write in my book, I Rise. It's a big step to go from that to, I think, I want to be in the opposite sex. I knew I wanted to be in the opposite sex, but to make that move. So I applaud him for actually having enough courage to say, hey, I am in fact a gay black man. That's cool.
Because in your book I read that you said the transgender community, or even I guess the minority, black, Latino, Asian transgender community, is like kind of like a hidden culture.
It is. Most transgenders, African American, Latin, the minority, and Asians, we come out as gay first to let people know what we are, but that is just a sequel, prelude to the full film. We're in fact transgender. The gay thing in the last 10, 15 years has been progressing pretty well. Even your blacks and Latins and Asians will accept that, being a gay Asian, gay black, gay Latino, lesbian, gay, black, lesbian, Latino. Okay, it's still the transgender thing that the black, the Latino, and the Asian community has a problem with. It's so hidden, and they don't understand why are you doing it. Well, we've always known from 6 or 7 that we were in the wrong body, but that's just not something you can go home and talk about with an African American mother and father, Latino mother and father, Asian mother and father. So there's a hidden community there, and that's where the fear that Jason felt, that we feel. When do I do it? Some of them do it at 18. I did it in my 30s. It took me almost 12 to 13 years to get enough courage to say, hey, I'm not gay. I'm in the wrong gender. I'm going to walk toward that gender now. So I understand what Jason has done, what it feels like to be very afraid that somebody's going to find out. Not that I was gay, but that I was transgender.
I read in your book where like a lot of transgenders on the road prostituting themselves.
Well, now it's more of an internet thing. Not so much street prostituting, but most transgenders are in the sex adult business. Porn, escorting, on sites to make money and to exist.
Camera, everything. Oh, it's this purse is burning too.
My Fendi purse. My Fendi purse, darling. My Fendi purse, baby.
Oh, what this says? I don't want to. Is that Fendi?
So this is the first thing we're not coffee. So pretty much what I want to know is just like, so do you feel that this is like almost like a lifestyle? Yeah. And like, that was very short and brief. Okay, so just tell me your name.
Oh, I'm Mia.
Mia, okay, Mia. Now, how long have you been, do you consider this prostitution?
I've been doing this since I was 13 years old.
13?
And now I'm 21. I do live alone.
It helps pay the bills.
It really does. I'm on the internet most of anything. I don't like being cold, so I don't come out in the winter like that, but I have to go to court in the morning, so I said let's go back for a little reminiscent.
Will there ever be a point where you think that you could just stop?
I would never stop being a prostitute. I really get paid a lot of money doing this, so I'll be doing this for the rest of my life.
During my time, I had 2 degrees when I began to transform and worked as an assistant to a dean and for a Fortune 500 company, and had worked on a military base and could not get a job, and was not said I wasn't qualified, but it was simply based on how I looked in those beginning stages. They just wouldn't take me.
Is there a form of prejudice? Well, tell me about any form of prejudice among the transgenders and the LBGTs. Like, is there like a certain disparity among like transgenders and the regular so-called gays?
I think a lot of the LGB don't view the transgender individual, especially the trans woman. Trans men have seemed to make their mark in pushing forward, but the trans women of the minority status, they don't seem to give us credit for being creative, thinking, intellectual, hardworking individuals. And that's what I'm trying to show with my book. First of all, we're human beings and need love as well. And we are creative, intellectual, and thinking and hardworking people if given the opportunity and chance. I'm not really asking for special consideration. Just give me a chance to show that I can do this work or that job or study this degree. I don't feel we're given credit for that. We're kind of looked down upon since a lot of us have come or are in the sex business. But we have to make a living. And if you can't get a job and nobody won't give you any work, what do you expect them to do?
Are blacks cheap though, or like a whites pay better? They want you to do all kinds of
They both pay good. It's if you date a hoodlum, he'll pay you like a hoodlum. But if you date someone upscale, then he'll pay you upscale. As long as that when he comes to the environment is upscale, then that's how they'll go about paying you. Or say that you're on the block. If you look upscale, they'll pay you what you asked for. Whether if you look like trash, they'll pay you trashy numbers, or they'll say trashy numbers. But either or they'll still say, you know, how much and this and that. And sometimes they'll say, okay, you look like that, but I'm sexy. I don't
Okay, can you tell me a little bit about like for what reason there are so many minority transgenders involved in the sex business?
I would say we come from middle to lower income families. I don't have money. I didn't have a lot of money. I had some from my savings. But after a year, I went through my savings. I was lucky. Then I became a street prostitute. Most of them have no backing. We can't call home and say, mother, father, I need help. I need $500 to get my hormone regimen. They just won't give it to you. There's no uncles and aunts and cousins to call for that extra $1,000 you need to get implants and silicone and laser, all the things that are needed to transform your body into the appropriate gender that you're trying to seek to go to. So with no support, financially, emotionally, no backing, it leaves them in a bad situation where they have to go and do what most of us did. Prostitute on the streets, and then it became internet escort. Because you don't see many on the street now, but you do see some, but most of them on the internet, on paid escort sites, where clients call a number and come right to their house.
What other male celebrities have you had sex with?
You say male celebrities. There is 2 coming out in a national publication in 2 weeks. So I would tell you all, on That's Hot, wait and see. 2 huge names will be coming out in a major publication in 2 weeks that I've just announced about 2 people who me and my female escort friend, Mistress Carmine, saw as a team. I worked with a female, an Asian girl, for almost 3 years. We traveled all over the country together. And she and I got to see some really big names. And that will be coming out in 2 weeks in another publication. So I would say just stay tuned. That's Hot will get the first tip when it pops.
That's hot.com.